Now what? Control. What's happening? What's happening, Peter? Auto stop. Streaming. Where is it streaming? I don't see it streaming. Hello? 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 I don't see any. Oh, live. There we go. Live is there. Let's turn off the audio. Hold on. There you go. So that's happening live. And we're looking at live stuff over there. All right. Next, we're going to open up. Let's turn all this down. We're going to go here. We can technically put this away for now. We're going to open this. We're going to do this. It better not give me any trouble. I'll bust its head. Welcome to the blah 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 yakety schmackety. All right, preparing your video. What do you want? Turn the camera off on here too. What happened? It took over, you son of a whore beast. What? Or is it okay? Wait a minute. Isn't that like sharing? We'll figure this out in a second. What's happening? Are we still good? I don't know if we're good. Let's see if we're still good, folks. This is TikTok. We're gonna go live on TikTok. How do I know how to do that? Let's go live. Do I have to do anything? No. Upload, please. We're gonna upload the one I just did. This one. I gotta give it a title and everything. God damn it. Hold on. No. We're gonna call this. What did I call the other one? Okay, sketch to digital process. What's this? Oh, doesn't want that. I have character limits, really, bro. All right, screw you. That's what. This is that. Do I have to do a description or something? What is this about? I don't have any moderators. What else you need? Go live. What happens? All right, I got a TikTok thingy right there. All right. But guess what I don't want to do? I want to show, so I can do display caption or no. No. Wait. No judgments. Screen sharing. What do? Can I tell what? Does it have this on here? Can I pick which screen? Which screen? I don't see my options here, folks. All right, we're still playing. We're about to go live, y'all. We got some drawing to do, but I'm trying to figure out screen sharing. What does that mean? Switch layout, add thing. No, I don't care about that. Scenes, full screen camera. That's this. But if it's not gonna let me do the whole thing with them. All right, you know what? That's fine. Let's see what it looks like over here. I still need to go live on Instagram as well. You know what? I'm still at the point where I'm not comfortable pretending like I plan everything. I don't plan everything. And that's okay in the world of men. That looks pretty good to me. I can't tell what it looks like on TikTok or whatever, but let's see what happens when I go live on Instagram as well. Okay, I don't have no water. Oh man, I'm just doing this like a hold on, go get some water. We're gonna draw a storm, y'all. Give me a second. No one's here except for maybe 2 people. I don't know, maybe 1 person. Welcome, person. Thank you for being here early and seeing my absolute, non-preparation. But that's what we like to see is reality. Give me a second. I'm going to go get a bottle of water, and then I'm going to draw. Actually, I'm going to get a bottle of water. I'm going to empty my bladder, and then we're going to draw. Got it? Yeah. We're going. Oh, the microphone's too heavy. All right, hold on. Put that there. Be right back. Let's see if we can put... Let's see if it's gonna let us put this All right, y'all. We about to go straight up live. The real question is, who's gonna watch me finish this drawing? Right? Hold on. Is it saying I went live yet? I don't know. Let's see what it's saying. Let me put on a comment. Let me turn down the volume. I don't want to hear myself. All right. I believe no one draws Storm as much as I do. That's not true. I don't draw Storm comics. So that ain't right. Let's say we're going, we're going to call this series Sketch to Digital. Sketch to Digital process. Trying to be consistent here. Process, we're going to put in parentheses Storm. It's not that I've drawn this already. I was just supposed to finish it, and I didn't do that. Live. Let's see. We're live on how many fronts? We're live on YouTube, TikTok. How do you spell TikTok? TikTok and Instagram. IG Clear. IG. Aight. We're gonna send that. We're gonna pin that. Pin comment. That way y'all know where to watch it on. All right. All right. Now, welcome everybody. Welcome up. We're gonna do this real quick because I said we were gonna do it. Okay. I need somebody to mic check the music. I need somebody to check my musicals. Make sure I'm not too loud. Where's my? Oh, hold on. All right. Welcome, everyone. How are you? Hello there. How beeth thy? This is what we're gonna be working on today. Hey yo, my man. Did I move the whole table just now? I did. I'm sorry, IG. Apparently, if I move the table, you guys will also move. The camera. Okay, hold on. Let me scoot over. Or scoot up. How about that? I need somebody on any of these live streams, any one of them. I need you to tell me if the music is too loud or if my voice is not loud enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna sketch this out. This is a original sketch that I did. First, how y'all doing? Where's my manners? How are y'all? How's it been? Am I alive? Has it been a long time? Maybe. Maybe. But am I happy to be here? Yes. And welcome to you guys. Thank you for joining. If you have any requests or comments, you should say them. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer them. There's no guarantees in life, right? Why would I give you a guarantee about anything here? And life doesn't do that. All right. So what we're going to do here today, now that we got the pleasantries out the way, I'm going to lower the transparency. Y'all have seen this before. However, what we're going to do today is we're going to take this down. I have long since wanted to finish this piece. All right. Let me zoom in. Let me see the latency here. Let me see how bad the latency is. Oh yeah, we're talking like at least 8, 9, 10 seconds. Jeez Louise, Mary Francis. God, that's a long time. All right, anyway. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna create a new layer on top of this one. I've long since wanted to finish this piece out, right? And I just didn't do it. Been procrastinating. I've been working on stuff. People want me to do stuff. I'm gonna finish all their stuff too, but at the same time, Marcus want to draw stuff too that he like, and that's important for an artist. get the stuff that they want out of their brain too. Yes, I know you have deadlines. Yeah, no, I'm joking. Anyway, I'm gonna do this real quick because if I don't do it, it's never gonna get done. And obviously, I'm a fan of Storm, clearly. And who wins if Storm doesn't get drawn? Nobody wins, you know? That's all I'm saying about it. So, if you guys want to, of course, ask questions or you have comments or you want to just throw money at me, by all means, man, I'm not going to stop any of that from happening. You know, it's a free system that we're in. But, you know, that's what we're here to do tonight. I'm not going to finish everything. I don't want you guys to be here for, you know what I'm saying, like 5 hours or something crazy. Not going to do that. Unless you're going to pay me to do it. If y'all pay me to be here for 5 hours, guess what? We'll be here for 5 hours. All right, but we got to validate it. All right, we got to validate. I like you guys. You guys obviously like stuff. What up, man? Good to see you. What up? What up? What up? Let me make this a little bit. Ooh, see, I don't like that. I need to turn off all of these stupid keybinds. How is this a thing? Go away. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. See, I'm in a whole nother software, bro. Do not, and I repeat, do any of these hotkeys. Go away, hotkeys. Nobody's talking to you guys here. What is this? Live? No. What's this stuff? Control number. I don't think that's anything I care about. Do I have to hit save or something? No. Suggested control alt? No. All right, I'm sorry. I tried to do hotkeys on my software that I'm working on, and this ridiculous, you know, software is like, hey, bro, you talking to me? No, I'm not talking to you. Clearly, I'm talking to this program. All right, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to extend this finished drawing of Storm. All right, first, let me get this out the way. Before I get to drawing this entire Storm piece, I want everybody to pay attention to the fact that I clearly did not finish drawing her posterior here. If we zoom in closely, we can see that there is a large start to a posterior. All right, I don't want anybody to get offended. Storm works out. All right, she has a snatched waist, as they say on the internet. Okay, and I'm gonna finish drawing this posterior that she has. All right, this is because, listen, I just don't want anyone coming for me saying, oh my gosh, why is Storm's, you know what I'm saying, body doing what it do? Listen, she works out. She's clearly an athlete. Clearly, everybody knows that. All right, but I don't want anybody to trip in the fact that she has, you know, she is pure African blood. Well, she's mixed. Let's say, you know what? We're not gonna get into the DNA. Let's just say she's an athlete. Okay, you got a problem with her being an athlete and having a nice body? Listen, man, blame hard work and good eating, I guess. I don't know what Storm eats, but we know she works out in the danger room. All right, so let's not pretend that Storm would not have a fantastic physique. All right, let's just not pretend like that. Haven't seen your art in so long yet. I know your style whenever I see it. That's what's up. That means the internet has worked its job. You know, if you know what I look like and my style look like, that's good. That means I have done my job. And you can, whenever you see it and you got extra money, that means you're ready to throw it at the screen. And I appreciate that ability. So keep that going. Let's keep that going. Yes, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now the trick. Here's a trick. Do I want to do this in a method where she's flying? You know, like, we want like extreme foreshortening. You know what I mean? Because she's coming from somewhere, and we don't know if she's flying through the clouds or what, but she is flying from somewhere. Welcome. I'm glad you have chosen. Pop in, man. If you want to watch what happens tonight, you can come on in. I've been meaning to do this, finish this piece, turn this piece. But yeah, it's kind of bothered me that, her whole body wasn't on the screen. So we're going to get that fixed tonight. We're going to get that fixed tonight. But yeah, you see how this is happening? Like I got all this happening here. We're going to finish off the rest of her body. So if we're going to make it a poster, you know what I mean? Why not make it a full poster? Doesn't make any sense to have only pieces of her on there. I've liked the sketch, but sometimes, oh God, I can't stand the words. I cannot stand words with my music. It's just not what I want to hear. Next, get out of here. Don't get out of here now. All right. But yeah, feel free as we do this, as I get through this process. I want y'all to answer and ask all questions. If you're on Instagram, please use the little icon that's at the bottom of the chat as I'm doing this. That way I don't miss your question, because I'm not looking at all screens. I mean, I'm multifaceted and multimodal. However, I may miss your question if you are trying to just type it in chat. I am a dad, and I do have omnivision and future vision as well. Future vision as a parent just means, you know when your kid's about to jack something up, and you be like, hey man, stop. How'd you know I was gonna do it? Because I can see the future. Son, child, don't do it, But yeah, welcome in. If you guys are privy to watching how this plays out, I'm down for interaction, depending on what you want to talk about. Fantastic Four, I know, is in theaters. Storm needs to be drawn and or written by me. So I still say, if you guys really want me to do that, pitchforks and or torches would be a good way to get Marvel's attention. I think they know who I am by now. I've worked for them. But no requests have come through yet. So we got to fix that. Is this, I like to look at it from afar. Let me back up. I'm not mad at that. I think she's gonna need a high heel. Let me see if a high heel works. Yeah, let me see if a high heel will work here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this works. This is it's not that a high heel wouldn't work, but you know what I think better? What'd be better is a wedge or something. Hello there, Karen. Not Karen. No, oh, I'm sorry, Karen, not a Karen. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for, the politeness. A lot of people just pop in and out, don't say nothing, so I appreciate that politeness. Thank you. It's good manners. Someone raised you appropriately. Unless they didn't and you just figured it out from like a book, in which case, either way, glad you've arrived with good manners. Good job. All right, so that feels better. As long as I still get the actual form of the foot, I think that works out. Hi, I'm liking that. I think we'll get... So what happens is she has a leotard of some sort. I don't know what I was designing with this suit, but as I can tell, she has a leotard and it goes into like a bathing suit kind of a deal. So, again, for anybody that's offended by how, you know what I'm saying, superheroes fit into their suits and how their body reacts to that, listen, that's not my department. I just know how physics works. That, you know what I mean, she gonna have a little cake coming out the bottom if she wearing a skin tight leotard. That's all I know. I did studies and stuff, and I, figure drawing is very important. So she gonna have a little cake coming out the bottom. All right, now if you're offended by cake, and superheroes wearing tight suits, that's a different conversation totally, and I wish that you get that solved. Superheroes have tight suits, y'all. All right, I may not make it that tight. You know what? I'm not gonna make it tight. We're gonna behave tonight. We're gonna make the suit just fit as though Victoria's Secret made it for her. All right, that's what we're gonna do tonight. Just saying, it ain't gotta be skin tight. We'll just make it fit like that. It's gonna be colored in, and then we can move forward. Thank you to the people that are not offended. All right, here we go. Now, does she have boots on? Is the question. You know what I mean? Does she have boots on? And I think she should have some boots on. Right? Anybody? Ain't nothing wrong with a little, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on now. A lot of people act like, you know, superhero bodies don't exist. And, you know what I'm saying? Cake ain't real. Cake is real. It's real out there in the wild, man. You act like you ain't never seen no real cake in real life. I ain't invent cake. It does exist. All right. Y'all can act like it don't if you want. All right. Lives save lives. I didn't come up with that. That's the truth. That's just the truth. Better. Anyway, that's how we're gonna proceed. So there you go. Oh, she does have her. Yeah, I did put boots on her. She got high boots, right on. Right on. She got some high boots, right on. Look at that. Now the question is, should I show her? So it's coming through here. Her thigh's coming down here. That's what I started with. You see how it started there? So what we're gonna do is finish what we started, right? Let's see if we can finish this off. Should it be that her thigh and her foot is not visible? Let me see. You know what? Maybe it should be visible like this, right? So it's coming down. You get that other boot and that foot in there. You dig? Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Boom. Boom. Like something like that. We'll proportionalize it in a minute. Don't worry about the proportions. Yeah, don't worry about the proportions. It's a little small. Wait. We'll fix the proportions. Yeah, just hold on. We'll make it longer here. Or should it be this? No. I want it to be either here. It's either here. Shrink a little bit. Like that. Let me double check. Let me look at the screen. Does that feel right? Let me make sure that feels right. Right? One second. See, once we get this done, everything else kind of falls into place and we just get to inking, right? Pretty simple from there. Nothing to it but to do it. You guys need to tell me, do y'all need like a heads up when I go live? Should I plan like a day in advance or something? Be like, hey, join me tomorrow live. Is that appropriate? Remember, I'm still trying to figure this live stuff out. So me personally, I just like jumping on and going live whenever I feel like it. But I've noticed that may not be the most productive for you guys to know when I go live, and that way y'all can still be like, I didn't know you was going live, dog. All right, you right. Y'all let me know. I'm not really sure. Tilt the foot more towards the inside. Everybody, which foot are you talking about? This foot? Let me see. Like a tighter, you're talking about this foot? Tuck it in a little bit more. Let's see what happens. Hold on. Like that. I'm not against that. Let me see. I'm not against that. Oh, that's nice. You make posing look so easy. I'm still struggling. Oh man, it ain't nothing but a little bit of figure drawing. But yeah, shoot. A heads up for us now. All right, well, you know what? I'll do that. Listen, I'm gonna take advice from the people. I like to listen to people sometimes. Not in traffic. I don't like listening to nobody in traffic. But on here, I'm trying to get better at this whole live thing. So yes, it's dawned on me that maybe if people knew I was going live, people would probably try and adjust their schedules to perhaps show up for a live. It's dawned on me once or twice. I've thought about it. I was like, it makes sense, logically speaking, anatomically and logically. All right, we're gonna make all of this coordinate here, and then this will be right here, and there you go. So now we got our full body. Let me just show y'all what we started with. This is what we're starting with. This is original sketchbook commission that I did. I inked it, right? But as we can clearly see, she's cut off at the hip, and I left out an arm, wrist and hand. So, in order to rectify the situation, we're gonna lower the transparency. We're gonna get the remainder of her body onto the shot. All right, you see how that works? You see what I did there? All right, and then I can complete this whole thing and color her up. You know what I mean? And finish the piece. Homie says, I do enjoy the spontaneous nature of your streams. That's just me. Listen, I'm trying to fit everybody in here, but in the spirit of growth, I know that I'm probably not doing it the right way, as it would make a lot of sense if I in fact did tell people, hey man, I'm going live. Show up so you can see it. But over here, we either do things or we do things correctly. And right now I'm in the spirit of doing things. All right. So one day I'm gonna get it right, or I'm gonna pay somebody else to get it right for me. Either way, y'all know that I'm planning to get it right one time. So you might. All right, we're on the process. It is now started, but should I start with the hand or should I start with the face like everybody else? Let's start with the face because everybody needs to see Storm. Right? Any questions, any comments you guys have, man, just make sure to leave them in. If you're on IG, I can use that little icon at the bottom of the chat. Right? I'm live on IG, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on TikTok. I think all at the same time. If you guys see any happening, y'all just let me know. But I think I'm live on all platforms that I care about right now. I don't know how to get live on Facebook as well. So I'm working on that. But one day, I think I'll be live on all streams. And we'll figure that out. Alright? We'll figure that out one day. But up until then, I'm going to be thugging behind the project build. Alright, here we go. So we're going to try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. So you guys are not here for 3 hours. I'm just going to probably get most of their line art done. I think that'll be enough to say I went live. You know what I mean? And that you guys can see the process of this. If we need to continue tomorrow, I will. Because I'm trying to be good about building a schedule. The weekend seems fair, but y'all be, it's a Marvel movie weekend. What am I thinking, right? People are getting ready to go to the movie theaters right now, probably. What time is it? It's almost 8. Gotta come home, eat dinner. What up, brother? What's going on, man? I'm good. I felt like going live, and I've been procrastinating going live for weeks. So this is just me saying, you know what? I did update my computer recently, so I had to reinstall. I forgot about all of these tools that were on this computer, so I had to end up reinstalling everything, OBS, TikTok, Live Studio, all this other stuff. So I was gonna go live. I set everything up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go live. After fixing up my computer and upgrading it, and then I got in front of it and I was like, all right, where's everything? Why isn't OBS here? And I'm looking through, and they had to wipe the whole computer, to update it. So as we now can see, I got everything back. And it looks like everything is running smoothly as it should. I did have some reason to go update my computer. It wasn't running Premierly, which reminds me, I need to go get an oil change. How many of y'all wait a few thousand miles after you need to go get an oil change to get your oil change? I ain't talking to mechanics. If y'all a mechanic, that you don't count in this conversation. I'm talking to non-mechanical people. I'm not talking to women who have mechanics for husbands or boyfriends. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about people that have to go and schedule and go get an oil change. And you know you're supposed to go get it. You know, you got the sticker and everything, right? But it's just like, man, I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. I'm gonna go get it next day. I'm gonna go get it Thursday. I'm gonna go get it Wednesday. And 2 to 3 weeks go by. You know? Sometimes that happens. All right, so like I said, we're just trying to get you guys the process of getting this done. Now, I'm freehanding this digitally, but the thing that I like about digital, I don't know if I should do that freehand over there, but the thing that I love about doing digital is you have a couple of different tools. I am not a fan of inking traditionally. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? I inked this drawing that's here on my sketchbook, but that was me practicing, saying, you know what, man, when's the last time you inked something? And I did that at a show. But hey, what software do you use for live stream? I'm using OBS for YouTube, and I'm using TikTok Live Studio for TikTok, and I'm live on Instagram as well, which is I use my phone and Instagram. Hopefully that answers your question. TikTok Live Studio seems pretty intuitive. You can jump right in. I'm not mad at it. So far, so good. If you guys, you know what? I feel like I should probably say, because listen, I'm not trying to keep y'all here all night. I really am not. However, if you guys want to throw what they call proverbial tips my way, you know what I mean? I'm not going to stop you. My birthday month is coming up in a few days, August. I'm going to do the whole month like everybody else does. I'm going to just say it's my birthday all month. And I've never done that, but it's a good reason to go live as often as I can and just be like, it's my birthday month. Let's go. I got goals to get some new Bose headphones, right? I think that's logical. How many people think that's logical? In the chat. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. But the goal here tonight was just get on live. All right. Show the people I'm still alive. Because y'all need to know that sometimes. All right. Music. Keep it going. What's the problem? I don't hear music, y'all. The music has stopped. All right. Hold on. Let me go fix the music. DJ, yo, DJ, pump it up some. See, this is where, you know, when you're inking freehand, right? Sometimes you need to turn the entire canvas to make sure you get that full curvature correct. You know? And you want to use your wrist, right? You want to flick your wrist to give that. All right, hold on. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you flick the wrist. Wait. Flick the wrist. There you go. See that? And it's your wrist has a natural curve on it, a natural Bezier curve. Do you have any original OCs or stories? Oh, and yes, that's perfectly logical. I do have some original OCs. Where's my music at? What's the problem? Did y'all reach the bottom of the list or something? I need a little bit louder. I don't think I can hear that music. I do have some original OCs. Some OCs that I have right now include Tuskegee Airs, original OCs, Tuskegee Airs, HEIRS.com will send you to a comic book that I co-create with another gentleman, and does that help? Co-write the story. I design the characters. It is a futuristic sci-fi action adventure story. They are pilots that are being trained by a descendant of the Tuskegee Airmen, right? Sounds good, but they're gonna get some cool jets to turn into giant robots, of course, right? Because why not? I like anime. And then I have Supernatural. She's cool. I'm gonna get a digital book out for her, published soon, very soon. It's been like 10 plus years in the making. So that's coming, and I got like a dozen more stories that I've kept on the shelf because, you know, the world wants me to do other things. Like, you know, I had to do a Popeye comic book series. You dig? I needed like a robot arm attached to my shoulder so I can do more comics all at the same time. I swear the Tuskegee Airmen needs to be on Netflix. Yes. And you know what? I just saw a video, right, that was explaining how Netflix is like pouring money into anime because anime is saving Netflix in terms of how many. It's like I said, over 50% of the account holders on Netflix, people that have, you know, Netflix accounts, basically watch anime through Netflix. And I mean, look at the stuff they're putting out, man. They got Dun 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 on Netflix. They got One Piece about to be rebooted on Netflix. You feel me? Like, they've been, you know, they put some good hits. They got some good hits. They don't always do well on live action remakes, but in terms of anime, Netflix has some bangers, man. And they're kind of doing a good job. Dungeon Meshi Delicious, what is it? Delicious in Dungeon on Netflix is fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. It's great. It's okay if I draw Supernatural. I'd love to draw some fan art for you. Fan art and me are always approved. That's the good thing about fan art, because I'm drawing fan art right now. Yes, fan art is dope, man. If you are inspired to draw any of characters that I have in fact created, I will like it and definitely smile about it. So I'm not mad at any fan art. Please do. It will surely make my day. Come on, music. What did we do here? Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Am I doing something wrong, folks? What are we doing here? Let's start here. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar too. Can y'all even hear this music? Hold on. This may be like unbearably loud on the recorded image that I'm doing, but I don't think y'all can hear this music. Somewhere in there. We're gonna go somewhere in there. Let's say I read Scott Cloud's Making Comics. Any of the books on making comics you recommend? I don't read any books on making comics, to be true. I haven't. Not yet, anyway. He says my Spotify music is doing the same thing. Just stopping out and all. Yeah, man. It's like, come on now. Paying a premium. Have you ever have you talked to Aaron McGruder? Not yet, man. He is an elusive human. I think he knows I exist because his assistant called me one time, and I didn't talk to Aaron McGruder. I talked to his assistant, and all I know is somebody was in the background, and you know, I was like, oh man, tell Aaron I'm a big fan of his work, man. And I didn't hear what he said, but I knew he was in the background. And she said, oh, Aaron said thanks, or something like that. And this was, I think, before they had started working on what would have been the 5th season. They were asking about something. But apparently, as you can see, I did not get a job offer. But they knew I exist. They just didn't, you know, didn't matriculate me. But I haven't met him yet. I don't know what circles homeboy travels in, or, you know, I haven't seen him at any Comic Cons for that matter. So maybe it's not in the cards. And I'm a firm believer, man. Everything is based on when it's supposed to happen, not by any divine, you know, recollections that I know. But yeah, sometimes, you know, things are supposed to happen when they need to happen. Lord knows my career is a perfect example of that. I didn't plan none of this.
No, stop it, man. I saw it first.
Words, I hate words.
Back off, man.
For people that don't know, I'm a firm hater of when I'm trying to play background music. I don't want
First
words.
time I saw you,
You see
I
this?
knew I had to have you.
I don't want to hear that crap.
Don't mean no one night stand.
He's not saying anything wrong.
Gotta find a way to be a man.
And it's still in the same
something about
genre of
the
music.
way you turned and looked at me.
But I don't want none of this music.
Your
Like, I
smile
don't
it
want
turned me on and set my mind at ease. Trying hard
some
not
of
to
the audio's
stare.
good, some of the
Don't
vocals are
wanna look
good.
thirsty.
But at the same time,
Just
it's like
trying to
it's a
play it
distraction.
cool.
Like I'm trying to
Gotta show
hear
you that
what
I'm
you're
worthy.
saying, and I'm trying to talk.
You walked in all the air and
Messes with
seemed
the
to
brain.
leave this room.
Hold on.
I just
Yeah,
had
Cannon
to
Busters
find
with
a way to
your
get
homie.
next to you.
Stop it. Damn. Yeah, definitely seen Cannon Busters. I love the art, the comic art, and character design. That's your homie. I hadn't said his name in a while. Damn. Wonder where he's at. He's probably living in overseas, unless he came back. But Cannon Busters was done by what's his name? I hadn't said his name in a while, but yeah, I know the series. I didn't like how the cartoon turned out. Not to say it didn't have good animation, but the direction that the cartoon kind of went in kind of fell, and it's nobody's. You know, I don't know if it was he was in control of everything. When you get to that point, sometimes you kind of it's either you're the creative director or you're not. And I think I don't know if he had complete control over it. Either way, I wasn't a huge fan of how it turned out, but I love the character design of Cannon Busters before it came out into animation. Huge fan of that character art, man. He's a dope character designer. I can't think of his name. What's the homie that did Cannon Busters? What's his name? Well, I know why I didn't get a second season. I don't think it was received well. I know what he was doing. I know what he was trying to do with it. He worked on what's the Samurai joint. He did the Black Samurai joint after that, right? I can't think of that name of that either. It's been some years. LaShawn. Thank you. LaShawn Thomas. Thank you. Hadn't said brother's name in a while. But I know he's out there probably still, kicking ass and doing animation. I haven't seen any projects with his name on it in a while. But after he did Cannon Busters, he went to that little Black Samurai story. Again, listen, man, stuff looking cool does not carry, a story. You still gotta write the hell out of something. And the weird thing that I've noticed, and it's only a few things that I've seen from American fan, creators or directors that are fans of anime. Like, it's really hard to emulate their ability to write characters, stories, because I think we as Americans are so used to the idea of, the story isn't gonna last 72,000 episodes, so I'm only telling the story as season 1, right? That's how I think a lot of our series, our shows, you name it, man. I think it's just we're so let me do this on a black layer. Hold on. I don't think I want to fill in. You know why? I don't want to fill in all of these areas. I am gonna I'm gonna just put the black on its own layer. That's just, I think my spider sense is tingling, saying I may want to change something or change the color of her suit. He said that messed up the opening music stuff. But yeah. I think writers in America, man, let's first off, let's think about it. So almost 99.9% of any Japanese animated series you see is the product of a banger and a long running comic that preceded that anime, like years most times. What do you call it? Solo Leveling, good example. Solo Leveling was the digital comic for years, right? And he did that artist and that creator and that writer did really, really well with the comic. Okay. And you can pick any anime you want, man. 99% of the time, whatever you're seeing on some sort of anime is about to come out based on blah blah blah, they've been writing their ass off on a comic for years, probably. So when that happens, right, when it gets adapted to animation, the people involved, the studios, directors, whoever, director of animation, whatever, they don't have to come up with the story again. They have to piece together some stuff that, makes it make sense for animation, right? But in terms of the story, the characters, the development, how it feels, what shots look like what, man, it's already mapped out. And you can tell, and that's what, fans of, the story for, Japanese stories don't have to worry about what we have to worry about. Looking at two X-Men, mixed X-Men movies and any adaptation that you can think of. When Americans get a hold of something, especially if it's based on animation only, which is still stupid because I don't know how they messed up that. They got the reference. Solo Leveling, it wasn't the best story, yeah. But I'm just saying it's doing well. It's doing well. But that's it's just an example of something that is doing well, right? And if you look at why it's doing well, I say it's generally because it's not just, hey, what a really good idea? This. It's doing well because the writer wrote the story. They have all of the ins and outs, all of the character development already mapped out, man. Americans be like, hey, I got an idea for a thing. And if it gets turned into an animated series, right, straight out the bat, we have a hard time writing longevity the same way Japanese writers do. Character development is on 20. The Japanese stories, man. It's like, I know I'm going to be working on this for 2 years. Or maybe they don't. Because if they're working from like Shonen Jump, if they're working from the Shonen Jump kind of vibe, where they're basically, as long as they're popular, they can keep going, but if they win that lottery, what's another one? My Hero Academia. Who else? Dandadan's a good one. Dandadan is blowing up the world. Demon Slayer, blowing up the world, right? In terms of what's popular right now, none of these things came from just somebody's, 5 o'clock meeting. It'd be dope. This idea. That's generally what I get from, we're so used to it in America. That's what it feels like to me. So that's where I'm just like, all that to say, I feel like that's what Bashan may have suffered from. He didn't have like a multiple year run. I think he did. And I'm thinking speculative right now because I don't know behind details, but I don't remember buying Canada for like 7 years or anything, 5 years. Maybe it was after that, but I bought some of it. I liked what I saw, but it wasn't some long-standing story for a decade plus, and then he turned it into an anime, which is, fair enough. If you get lucky enough to actually do a story and it get picked up while you're creating it, that's dope. So I wouldn't have said no either. If we would have started Tuskegee Airs back in 2016 and got picked up in 2018 to do a cartoon, I'd have been like, hell yeah. And we would have wrote our ass off, we would have figured out what to say, and we would have put it on an animation, right? But yeah, that's the kind of thing where if you get a chance to compare like American writing, story and character development, it just doesn't feel like they mapped it out as far, man. I don't know. I could be biased, but not every Japanese story is fantastically deep. Because, if you look at Chainsaw Man is ridiculous. The premise is ridiculous. But the character development is still kind of cool. At no point did they say we're trying to write the deepest story possible. Chainsaw Man is hey, listen, man, you do not need a degree to at least understand that they're writing pretty ridiculous storylines. Dun is ridiculous in terms of the story. Like, what's going on? What started that story? But I know they did that on purpose. I know for a fact they did it on purpose. Alright? The director, the writer, the person who came up with Dun, he was like, bruh, he was gonna give up comics. He was not winning. What's going on, man? KD, what up? He knew he wasn't he didn't know that he was gonna keep going. He almost quit, comics. And then Dun was, I think his mentor suggested that he keep going. Try one more time. But he had failed, I think 2 or 3 times to get some traction with his comic work. And it wasn't hitting. He did Dun kind of out of desperation to just get something to stick. And it stuck. And here we are. I love to see that kind of stuff, but he still had to do that comic. To make sure people like that story. And it worked. That kind of stuff. But I definitely want to see more American writers, comic directors on the right. Like Bitterroot deserved nobody. Bitterroot should have been a movie. Just like anything else where people have taken the time out to write the hell out of the story, they're building the world, the characters, everything. Yeah, man. Bitterroot should have been what we got instead of Sinners. I like Sinners as a movie, but I know what when you know what should have happened. And so, yeah, I think they should have definitely got Bitterroot instead of Sinners. Story as a live action. I would take live action. I would take claymation if I got to, because it doesn't matter the medium. What I, of course, would prefer is actual classic 2D animation or 3D animation. But I'm not compromising quality. Like I'm saying, what I know it sounds stupid, but if we got some, if it had to be claymation. If it had to be claymation, it would be I would hire the dopest animators possible. Like I follow somebody that does, I say claymation, stop motion is what I'm saying. Is what I mean to say stop motion. If it had to be stop motion, I would take stop motion, but I would hire the dopest animators that I could possibly find, because the medium shouldn't matter as much as it does the actual quality of the animation. And whether the story comes through and can you hit the same emotions and feels. So traditional 2D anime is what I would love to see. I want dun level animation on best animators, because I want the quality to see. I already know the story is special. There's no question in my mind that it would be everything that we designed it to be. Story-wise, character-wise, I want all that to come through. But I don't want anybody saying, it's nice, but animation sucks. That is no. I want quality. I want it to stand against and stand alongside, if not more, so anything else in the market as being successful animation. So, what? Live action? I'll take it. I'll take live action. The graphics and special effects have to be on point. Which they're doing pretty good at. As long as it doesn't feel like Flash animation, Flash special effects. Flash was decent. Remember the live action Flash TV show? I'm not talking about the movies. Lord knows, I'm not talking about the movies. But the TV show, Flash TV show, had a good run with their special effects. I was actually pretty impressed in the beginning when they started out, I was like, oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It looks like a man running fast. I like it. But then, they had the production schedule, I think. Somebody was like, bruh, just do it. I don't care. It doesn't have to be good. And they're like, oh, my bad. I thought we had to do like good CGI. No. We just got to get it done. Let's go. And then they just kind of skipped out on quality after a while. And it just, looked like some puppeteers or some students were doing the animation CGI for Flash. And that's where I kind of tapped out. I was like, I don't like this. You know what? I'm trying to do. Wait a minute. Wait. I've got all this way, y'all. We did not save a damn thing. Hold on. That's not what we're supposed to be doing, folks. Let's go in here. Anything would have happened with this computer. It would have just shorted out or whatever. I was stuck like Chuck. Hold on. We're going to call this. What are we calling this? Did I name this yet? I don't think I named this. So we're going to call this. Actually, I do have a name for it. It's in the sketches. Hold on. It's called Storm Flying Down. We're gonna say, let's see, colors. We're gonna save it over here though. Outside in the Storm Styles Flying Down. That's what we'll call it. Boom. Second like. I don't know how long we've been live. Does anyone know that? Exactly. Listen, I got to make sure the yams is going to fit right. Got to make sure that fits. It's part of my job. You guys need to make sure they. See, sometimes I'm talking. All right, what do we draw? All of those lines down there need to come off. Here, hold on. What we did? Watch this. So, the start of that yam and her whole front needs to come off. Sometimes when you're talking, right, and you forget to pay attention to what you're doing, sometimes you can make a mistake. All right, that hole right there needs to go up yonder. You put it right there, and then we're going to go down right there. Wait. This is this. Now, good. All right, we had messed up. We put some of the lines on the black layer. This is the black layer where all of the black items will go. That sounds racist, but it's not. All right, get your head out of the gutter, folks. Get your head out of the gutter. Okay, now that we're saved, we're gonna keep the party going. I'm gonna get this earring. I know I would probably piss off some OCD people that ever watch my chat. And I understand. I bounce around when I do my art. I just noticed that not too long ago. Nobody said anything about it, but I noticed. I was like, oh man, this must be terrible to watch for somebody with OCD. Like, why don't you finish the yam you was working on? Something like that. And I don't really know why it happened, but I'd be like, I'm gonna work on the earring now. So forgive me for that. If y'all are suffering with ADHD or some sort of OCD, my bad. My bad. It's probably hard to watch. I don't know why I do that. So, I ain't trying to upset you. I can't watch Marcus live. He be bouncing around, starting on a piece of hair and then not finishing it. You ain't lying. My bad. All right, so. Gotta save the best play. I promise, the whole thing is a piece of work. Wait. Did I do it again? No, I didn't. I don't know if I want that. Why did I do that? Hold on. See, sometimes, even though it's in the sketch, I don't think that makes sense. Was this supposed to be? Wait. Before I delete it, let me go full. Let me see. What is that thing right there? Is that her cape? I think this little tuft right here that I guess that was supposed to be the other side of her cape. Because she got a cape right here. But not here. Maybe this was supposed to, you know what? I don't know if I care about that. I think I might cut it out though. You know why? Because it's messing up her readability as it goes into the yam. Everybody knows you got to start the yam clean. You see this right here? This needs to be readable. And then her hair is going to be right there. I don't want nothing getting in the way of that yam. right? Come on now. Do the best yam job that you can. All right. So we're going to make that out. Listen, the good thing about character design and art is some things can be, what do you call that? Non-symmetrical. Asymmetrical. Thank you for the people in my brain. Asymmetrical. Sometimes it could be asymmetrical. We're going to cheat on the yam. All right, I'm going to cheat on the yam. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. So clearly, I'm not going to do it freehand. You know, we want this yam to be perfect. So in an effort to make perfect yams, I'm going to use this pen tool. Okay, this software I'm using is Paint Tool Size. Before y'all start acting, Paint Tool Size is what I'm using. So the good thing about this, let me zoom in. So you see these little nodes right here? I can take this node and I can make sure to shape the yam perfectly as I need it to be, right? But I can take away nodes. Also, I can increase or decrease or pinch, you know, the width of a node. So as it needs to be, we will make it thicker and or thinner. But you see how that yam look perfect? Look how that yam looks perfect. Come on now. Come on. We not coming in half-baked on good yams. Why would we do that? All right, the good thing is I can start it and then just go all the way over here. This is another reason why I like it. It is a cheat. I don't care what anybody says. This is kind of the point of doing it digitally. I told y'all at the beginning, I don't really like the, you know, digital inking. Inking traditional. Too much pressure to be perfect. And I'm not one of those people. All right, not a perfectionist. Don't let nobody lie to you. Marcus does not qualify for perfectionism. But I know what perfect lines look like. I can appreciate it. Inkers, like Dexter Vines out there in the streets. Dexter Vine is a dope inker and or ink artist. I don't know what he calls. I feel like he should be called something else. Inker just doesn't. He's an artist, but he's also an inker. Professional inker. There you go. All right, you see how the yam? You see what I did there? Come on now. We don't want to go half baked. We want them yams to actually be on the perfect side of things. So we'll keep this. All this is going to be colored in black. This line right here, I can cheat. Go like this, right? Go over here, pull it to where I need it to be. Create a node. Take this node out. Take this node out. Stretch this over here. See, this is what tools do for you out in the streets, y'all. I'm not gonna make y'all wait as I try to get this line perfect 78 times. That's just unfair for you. All right. But I can clearly see that these yams are gonna do what they're gonna do. Now, the other trick is, should I? No, I might as well just go ahead and finish the rest of the leg with this method. I'm trying to make sure the yams are all right. Thighs included. There should be no half step with these yams. All right, see what we're doing, folks? See? Y'all can tell him I did it. Y'all can tell him do you know what Mark did? Yes, he did that. I did. And I'll do it again. Okay? So, did it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you want to gossip and say I did it, you might as well say he did it for us. He talking about he did it for us. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did it for the sake of, making sure the yams are going to be right. Pinch this, bring this up his toe, make sure that toe is nice. All right. Forgive me on YouTube, y'all. I'm sorry. He said, no music, please. Music is too loud. I didn't hear that. Thank you for the check. You can come down. See, you're hearing it from the software side. My IG folks are hearing it from the actual software that I'm recording with. So my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. You let me know if you're still there. Let me know if the music is. Can't seriously be talking to the void for this long. No, I am. I try to warn y'all. I am multimodal. I can multitask, but I may not be able to. I'm not used to going live on 3 different channels. So, my bad. Forgive me if it feels like this was pre-recorded. I just wasn't paying attention to that screen. My bad. All right, so then the music was too loud, they were saying on YouTube. So, TikTok, I don't think you guys have said much. They kind of pop in and out. But I knew that the audio was a little loud, but I didn't know how loud. So, my bad. My fault. I'll make sure this guy is thick enough to say about it. All right, see how quick that was? That was quick. So, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to make sure. Yeah, I'm doing right. Can't hear you talk. Music is louder. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm a rookie at this. I'm not a sound engineer. But my bad. All right, we're gonna bring this over here. See how quick that is? And it's, to me, I only use it when I know I'm gonna need like curves. Curves are usually as I burp into the mic. My bad. All right, so yeah, I can freehand that. I'll get this other leg, and then we can just party with it. You know? She said talking to the voice. Pull this all the way over here, and then I can actually pull this. I need to go get a massage. Here. I don't know what TikTok folks want. TikTok, shout out to y'all, man. Don't run. If I'm hollering at you, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying, I don't know what y'all want. Okay? If you come in and you don't say nothing and then you just jump out, then, yo, DJ, what up, man? The homie. DJ guy, man. That's different. I'm talking about everybody else. TikTok is like, oh, this dude ain't drawing again. I'm out. You follow me, person. You know what I do here. Why would you hop in and then see that I'm drawing and be like, I don't want to see that? That's what we do here. That's what I am. You know, that's what I do. That's my content. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. What's been up with you, man? All right, I'm gonna do that there. Just like that. Okay, all right. You see how quick that is? Now, all of this is going to be black and filled in with black, so you're not going to see a lot of these details on the inside, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. But that's also, let me tell you something. It's also why I chose to put the black on its own layer. He drawing again. Exactly. Like, I know he's drawing again. Oh, my God. All he do is draw. That's definitely what I do. Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Follow me. That's what we do here. All right, so then let me go ahead and shrink this. Oh my God, he drawing. And then I had some people, you know, as soon as they are, you know, highlighted in the actual chat, they run as though they are being, you know, targeted by me, and I'm like, no, wait, that's what, you came here, didn't you? So now we're gonna fill in all these pieces. Look at this, wow. It's not gonna be purple, don't worry. Let's get in all these little crevices like this. Then I'm gonna fill that on the black layer. Look at them, yeah. Everybody's, look at them. Wait, we're gonna color it in. We're gonna color it all in. Storm poses though, appreciate it, man. I swear, started it out, I had this one as a sketchbook piece for the longest, man, and it was just, I cut the yams off. I didn't mean to cut the yams off, but that's what had happened. All right, see how that works? You see what we did there, y'all? Now I can go like this, and I can reduce that. When it comes time to get to some of the details, you see like the details in her suit. You see that? All the shiny marks, all them shiny marks right there. I kind of want to get some guidance on that, you know, when I get towards that point. I'm gonna make it original once I get there, but still, we'll save our work. Any of the YouTube folks, man, I'm sorry, man. Next time, throw money at me, and then I'll know that you have a problem. Just start, subscribing to me or something, And I was like, what's that noise? Money? Hey. No, I'm joking. I'm just not used to this whole structure. I'm gonna create some sort of way for y'all. Got a question or a comment or something like that. Maybe I can find a way to make a notification. I don't know, y'all. Bear with your boy. I'm new at this, huh? Judgment, huh? Judgment. Getting used to it. Alright? I love the fact that you actually use line of comment to its fullest extent. Yes, sir. Mostly because, again, I'm a fan of mine. So when I'm looking at my work after I'm done, I do have this hang up where I actually like line variancy, and I know that I do it when I'm free because it's based on pressure. Using my my pen tablet, it's based on pressure. So I'm creating these lines with pressure as I'm drawing. But I like to see that pressure come through, and if I'm using, the tool that I use to make my hands perfect, little pen tool, it's perfect. And then I have to go back and try to simulate that pressure with the little nose, so I can pinch and float those little lines. You can see there's such character in these lines now, because it's not perfect. It's not supposed to be. It's just me, drawing line. Oop, that's wrong. This is wrong, man. It's tighten it up. Come on. Get it right. But you gotta make the yam sparkle. Oh, listen, man. You got on black. What do you call this stuff? It's super black outfit. Latex. You got on the Catwoman suit. You know what it's gonna be. All right, looking good. We're almost there. Let's get her thumb and her hand in here. We are just about done with the line art. I will drop color. I said we may not finish everything, but if y'all throwing tips at me, all right, we'll keep fighting. We'll go a little bit. We'll see. Tips not required, by the way. But if you won't, I'm not going. Oh no! Just throw the money at me. I'm not gonna say that. He said, "Perfect. Damn, come on now." Listen, man, we knew what was gonna happen. I tried to let y'all know at the beginning. Jams had to be. So, any offense to that, man, listen, you follow me, not pay. I am an opponent. Showing black women in their natural states. Some black women, I understand, don't come in the world with yams. And go get yams. I get it. But a good pair of yams, man, who am I to deny? Y'all, the proper yams. Who am I? I believe Michael Jackson said it best. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see them, right? See their needs. And I just don't want to be that. Okay? Everybody deserves the good yams at some point. I'm glad we can talk about it. I'm glad we can talk about this on my live. Everybody needs to be aware. Okay? Y'all get anything else out of this? Y'all don't get nothing from it. Just know everybody deserves a good pair of yams. Everybody deserves. At least see some. Come on now. I ain't lying. Alright? That makes me want to go. I need to go watch Vampire in Brooklyn. Because evil is good. That's right. I said it. Yeah. Evil is good. Right? I gotta go watch Vampire in Brooklyn. That's great. It's great. It's been a long time. Eddie Murphy was in it was in rare form with that movie. It's just been a long time. I knew what I was getting into. Some Supernatural. Listen, I am preparing myself because there's a page in Supernatural that literally highlights the fact that, you know, she's got on that suit. I gotta pay. I think I published it. I think I posted it years ago, man. But yeah, in the actual comic book, she's gonna save a couple from a car accident, right? Supernatural. She's gonna save a couple from a car accident, right? But she's gonna have on her first suit, which is actually something she picked up off of like Temu or Party City kind of a place. So it's gonna be kind of revealing, right? And the couple is rattled. They're a little dazed by the fact that some super woman just picked up their car, right? And as the wife comes to, and she's like, oh my god, she looks over at her husband like, can you believe this? And her husband has his phone out already, and he's recording what's happening. All right, and she's like, wait, what are you recording? And then she focuses on what Supernatural is wearing, and Lord have mercy, it is all the yams out in this little Party City costume that she's wearing. Now, she didn't buy the costume. Supernatural's not for her. She's an alien. She didn't do it on purpose. She was getting coaching from an 8-year-old child that says you have to have a superhero suit. So she got it from, Temu. We got to update it. I wrote this a couple years ago. So you have a Temu version. So it was not meant to fit a black woman with yams. So the wife is going to be livid. She's going to be like, what? First of all, tramp. Oh, we did something wrong. Hold on. I noticed we did something wrong. Y'all supposed to catch me on this, but this is why I made sure to put this. Look at this yam. You see this side yam over here? I don't know if let me drop it. I don't even think y'all see this side yam. Y'all let me forget to put in this side yam. Look at this side yam. Huh? Almost forgot to put in this side yam. Hold on now. Wait a minute. I'm depending on y'all to keep me accountable. And we forgot a yam. Side yam is important. All right? Side yam is important. Y'all can ask anybody. Don't believe me. Side yam is just as important as any other piece. All right? I'll make it. All right. So, yeah, that's going to happen in Supernatural. So I wrote that in. I'm preparing myself as a writer. Okay. Yeah, you see, look, he says such a difference. Thank you. See, listen, I'm looking at it like, where's that yam on the side at? I don't see no side yam over there. And I colored it in on accident. Listen, I make mistakes. I'm only human. I make mistakes. Y'all supposed to, hold me accountable. And be like, Marcus, I think you're missing some yam. And I would have been like, what you talking about, Willis? Hold on, oh my God, I am missing some side yam. Let's get that side yam in. Thank you for catching me off, keep me making such mistakes. I did not do that on purpose. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wrote that into Supernatural on purpose. But she's gonna upgrade her suit. That's the whole point. That was just her first year suit, and she's gonna deal with a lot of scrutiny. Like, why are you out here? The wife from the car crash is like, you have to wear that suit. You out here. Thank you for saving us, but you ain't gotta look like a scallywag while you do it, right? She's gonna be like, excuse me, and somebody else is gonna come. From the background, you're like, Trick, she just saved your life. You good. How about you thank her instead of, being disrespectful? She saved your dirty life. Stuff like that. It's gonna be cool. But I am ready for the folks that are gonna try to attack her for being yam enhanced. She's gonna have, her name is Supernatural. So she's gonna be naturally enhanced with yams. All right. That's kind of the point of the character, and whether our people can handle it or not, I gotta put that in there. I feel like representation for folks that have yams, women that got yams, it's not like everybody's scared. Oh my God, can you believe how thick she is? Yes, I can. These women exist in real life. They can't turn off their game. Right? You know what I mean? Which one? To turn it off? You want to cut it off? To make you comfortable? Them yams was made by God. Who are we to sit here and tell somebody how much yams they can have? That's just, it's disrespectful. Anyway, on the next topic. Right. Listen. I didn't come here to educate y'all on all the cakery out there. You know, that's not what we were talking about. What we were talking about is I made a mistake. I corrected my mistake. I was trying to cover up the side yams, and we fixed that. So listen, on to the next topic. We are doing well. Yes. Please look through my repertoire, my Instagram timeline. You will see that I am a strong advocate for representation of men and such. And I do not apologize because I am trying to show what's not being shown, especially in mainstream media. We can make her too yammed up. Why not? I got aunts and, female friends and everybody in my life. Come on now. Come on. Somebody got to speak up for the yam incline. The yam incline. That sounds like a good t-shirt. I mean, a t-shirt. Sorry, t-shirt. Yam incline. But I think, you pointed out, it may be maybe a little bit frowned upon. I'm not really sure. Alright, so now this, her hair, I'm probably going to do what I've done for other storm movies, where I color the actual black line. I don't want to see black line in her hair. But can you imagine how long this would take if I was using that little tool? So I'm freehanding all of these because they don't have to be perfect. You can see what I was talking about, where I can see like line variance. It is not supposed to be consistently one line. I think they said they're gonna do a Storm live-action movie in 2030, y'all. It's gonna be in and I'm okay with it, man. They need to go find this actress somewhere. Please, Lord, let her be a native of Africa. A native African who wants to play Storm. I don't want the if she has like what do you call that? Like accent. I don't want that to be fake. Personally, that's just me. I know actresses and actors can do an accent. They study it. I get that. Chadwick Boseman did a wonderful job, I guess. I don't want to hear no fake accent, right? I don't want to hear no fakeness. If Storm is on screen, I just want her to be real as possible. And I think that's important. I really do. We had Halle Berry. Halle Berry didn't make her decisions for the move. She probably was told, you know what? Don't worry about that. Bryan Singer was a terrible director. We all know that. So I'm not gonna. Blame Halle Berry all the way. It's not her fault. He didn't even want those actors to read the comics or nothing. So Bryan Singer was a terrible director. We don't worry about him. But for, they're gonna do Storm, bro. What? No, not a British accent. You're right. Definitely not a British accent. Alright, so y'all got me through this whole. What up, welcome y'all. You got through the whole line of Earth. I feel like I could probably drop in a little bit of color. If y'all got time for me, hold on, let me get a little bit of details here. Let's get some of these details. I'm save the piece. Boop, right there. Just like that. We're gonna do it just like that. All right, let's come up one. We're gonna put some white, choice white, where we need to, right? Wherever we need to. I know y'all can't see that right now. I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm tell you what I'm gonna do right now. Hold up. You know what I'm gonna do? Wait a minute. We need to put. I feel like. I don't know if we need to put that there. I've almost felt like we need like a little bit of a trim around her boot. That's gonna cut into that tab. I don't want to cut into that tab. Man, listen. If I don't make this look easy after about 30 years of doing art, that means I have not done my job in terms of skill. After 30 years of doing anything, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you play the flute. You've been playing the flute for 30 years, it needs to come off as easy as possible. All right, there we go. All right, got it. Now, if I turn off the black, okay, hold on. You're right. Hold on, watch this. What we're gonna do, y'all, is I already have done Storm 72 times. What I'm gonna do is hold on, let me close some of these else. What's this? This is the original sketch. Boom. I'm gonna close that. This is something else. Let's bring in a Storm from something we've already done. Why not? See this right here? You see this right here? Look at that. I know the guy that drew that. All right, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna bring in stuff we've already done. I'm not trying to recreate the wheel. So this gray. Let's start. Well, hold on. Where's a natural brown? I got a lot of bloom on this piece. Let's open the original. Let me turn off the bloom. There's some lighting effects on her skin. It's preventing me from grabbing straight up. What's that? What's it doing? That's light. Here we go. All right. It's the original. What I want to do. I'll tell you what I want. I'll tell you right now what I want. Take this brown. I'm going to take this shadow. Right there. Okay. Drop in her skin real quick because y'all been real patient with me. Thank you. We're gonna put it in her skin. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I heard a sound effect. I don't know what sound effect was. DJ, you did something. Damn, what you do? Sent money gun. I don't know what a money gun is. Does that mean money's gonna come my way that you I don't know anything about TikTok. So. I will not see, you're keeping me accountable. That's what I'm talking about. DJ said, don't forget about the side yam. That's what I'm talking about. Keep your boy accountable. If I'm messing up, you know, look out for me. I'm human. I'm gonna mess up. But we ain't gonna forget no more yam. Side yam. Forgot last time. We're not gonna do that anymore. Here we go. Wow, got that side in. Thanks for the catch. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. We're just dropping in the skin. This is part of selection, digital selection. We're gonna get all of these little areas that, see, like in this area, you see how it's not see how this didn't get selected right here, this little edge. You want to just select all that. I know the purple throws a lot of people off. This is just the color of the selection in this software. As you do it, it's this weird purple blue color. But she's not gonna be blue. I think her hands are gonna be white. I'm gonna leave it white because yeah, I think they're gonna be white because she's unless I can see the argument of why I can just color it and then change it once I finish. That's a good argument. Got him. Alright, see this? Just want to make sure we get it all in. Still using, yes, after all these many years, man. Yes, version 1. I tried the other ones. I'm not mad at the other versions of Paintful Side, but I'm so used to this one, and I don't really need anything. All right, let's drop this skin in this first, and then I'll just get a little bit of this. All right, we'll get a little shadow. Ooh, you know what? I almost did wrong. Almost did it wrong. So if you look at this, we gotta have a light source. In which case, light source is gonna be coming from her hands, directly in front of her. Right. All right, I ain't gonna trip too much. I ain't gonna go too much in. We're not gonna worry about it right now. Not gonna worry about it right now. Just put a little shadow in her neck, and we can adjust that. I don't know if I want to get everything in here. But that's her skin. All right, that looks good. Let's go with her gray. Is there any gold trim? Yeah, we got some gold. She got some gold bangles, right? Let's drop the gold in there, because we like to do that. All right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Listen, makes sense. I'm like, I've done this 70,000 times before. Let's just go ahead and bring in what we've done before. Call it good. Ain't nothing to it. Thank you for, keeping consistency at the forefront. Just keep gold beads. Something in my soul says, "Oh, we forgot a little thigh over there. I'll come back and get it. Something tells me I should make it easy. I ain't gonna blame y'all for getting that thigh. Listen, the thigh was far from the vision. Alright, so then we select everything that's gold. I'm gonna drop that on its own layer as well. Quickly select it later. Sometimes for convenience, when you got stuff you know you're gonna go back to, or you got a lot of spots in the illustration where I don't want to go back and try to select all this again. I'll just create another. I'll just make a layer for it, especially if it's tedious. Earrings, side thigh. You right. My fault, man. I missed that side. Do it again. All right. Love that software. Looking good. Yeah, see, I don't want to have to go back and select all that again. So we will put that on its own layer below. What I want to do is I'll actually put a little shadow right here. White hair, of course, right? Did I start with white? Did I start with gray? I think I started with the gray. And then I put in the whites after that. Boom. Sound effects included. Anybody else while they're drawing actually make the faces that they're trying to draw while they're drawing? It's literally one of the things I'm self-conscious about. While drawing on live streams, and I know no one has said anything yet, but I know I do it, and I'm just like, if I'm drawing a smile, I'll start doing the smile out of nowhere, and nobody said nothing yet. And I don't know if I do that only if it's digital or I'm doing it in a sketchbook. We'll see. But I know it happens. Anybody that's raised kids and you trying to feed them some food, I kind of want to put the hair on its own layer. Let's do that. We're gonna call it hair, and then we'll fill that with that, and then we'll fill the whites. There we go. We're gonna come in here with white, and we'll come back and we'll put all the highlights. That's gonna take some time. I'm doing that right now. So, what else we need? Gray and her black. This is the gray. Is there another blue. Told y'all. So we got the gray and this purplish gray. All right, now stick with me. Now. Stick with me. What I feel we should do. Nothing. This ain't nothing. I'm gonna put it above here. So, what are we talking about here? What we're talking about is, because I put her black on its own layer, right? I can come in here. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Then, let me darken it up so y'all can see it. Darken it up. So y'all can see it. See me doing it. I'm painting light. I didn't mean to paint on this thing. Yeah. All right, here we go. Now, because I can see through it, yes, I started with the M. You know I started with the M. You know that. All right, we can take the yam directly. Forgive me, y'all. All right, we can go right here and paint in the details of the shapes, right? All right. Tracing this part. Listen, man, hold on now, hold on. See what I'm saying? These were guidelines set with the sketch, and I try to make sure the sketch is adhered to in the final piece to some degree. I think it's important. All right. Boom. So then what? Then we come in here. Some of this is gonna be like, I'm gonna try to stay true to it, right? Some of these are actual spotlight pieces, and that's the cool thing about it. And I have some reference for some real cool, believable, what do you call this? Latex suits. Adam Hughes does a fantastic job when he does Catwoman and all that stuff. Does a fantastic job with that. So, like this. Right. Don't go too far. But yeah, see, now we're in weird territory. Now we're in freedom territory. We can do what we want. I'm grown. I can do what I want. But we want to make sure it feels right. Let me see. Right. Wait. Don't rush it now. Don't wait. Don't rush. And I know it's a little hard to see. You know, it's a little soft. This is where the true art shines, though. Yes, come on now. Like, you know. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add white. Little spotlights of white wherever I can. Right? And that is where you get the real believability of this being latex. I'm going to pull up some of my reference so you guys can see. I'm not playing. How thick do you want to start? Yeah. We had a full conversation about the end. Listen, she's an athlete. Okay. She works out. They work out in the danger room. There's a lot of Pilates. And, fighting against crime. Or stuff. Crime is still that. Alright? And I mean, I don't know what a body would look like if you did that all the time, but I'm pretty sure it's in shape. She in shape. She has shape to her again. Because of those workouts. Danger room. They don't call it danger room for nothing. Okay? Now all of this black is gonna be black. Black. You're not gonna see. Okay, let me give you a sample. Y'all ready? Show you the black on the back. Bye. Alright, watch this. Bye. So you see how we lost the detail that was right there? Anything like if I wouldn't have like outlined that little wedge line, that would be gone. So I have to literally outline any details that we want to see throughout the piece. So that's why I was really I'm keeping it, what was that, 60? Like 60%. You feel me? All right. So you know what's going on now. And that's where I'm trying to make sure it comes through. Right? That is the trick. It's like you gotta have it see-through, but not too see-through. So I can actually make sure it works. Then I'll do the blue. Right. Alright. This is good. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff, man. I love I love doing these from sketch to digital. So people can kind of see that, there's a lot more that gets added, but I have one gentleman that follows my work, and he is not a fan of my digital work. He is he collects a lot of original work. So he's like, man, when are you gonna do some more sketch pieces? I like your sketch pieces. And I'm like, I got it coming. And then I won't do a sketch piece for like 6 months. But it's mostly because it's so quick to actually, like there's no anxiety, man, from like messing up or, taking my time to do this traditionally is a wonderful exercise. Don't get me wrong, but when you ain't got time, when you got deadlines or people's rushing you to get something done, I'm just so much quicker now after all these years with the digital tools. And because if you watch somebody that's been doing traditional for 30 years, right? They are just as resourceful as, they've done that process, dozens and dozens of times throughout the years. So ain't nothing to them. They're like, oh, this is faster than me. If I make a mistake, I just do some white out and I paint it out and I and they just keep flowing. But in my opinion, I like the freedom of saying, you know what? Even though I'm finished, I can actually change quickly with a click. If like I said, the reason I put the gold on its own layer is that I don't have to think about it right now. You would have to mask it off with like liquid mask or whatever they call that stuff. I can't remember. Wash? No, not wash. But like you'd have to use another tool to physically lock off. I didn't notice that bracelet. I'm gonna shrink that bracelet. Okay. Damn, I can fix that. Yeah, you can iterate so much faster. So that's why I'm a fan of it, but I'm also still, I'm in love with paper still, man. Paper's my first love. But in terms of quick turnaround, and can I make changes, and how long did it take? And, I know for certain some things I misjudge on how long it's gonna take me to do it, right? But in doing so, I can still say, well, let's get this line right now. If I focus, for 2-3 hours, I know I can get this done. The problem is when, you're in discovery mode, you're in design mode. So while something like Storm doesn't take me long because I know what her character looks like, and it doesn't always translate to original stuff. If I got, a page of comic work to do, and I'm like, okay, yeah, pages have been taking 3 hours to finish, start to finish, right? And then I get to a page where I'm like, I forgot that I have to design something, and it'd be like that sometimes. I do comics a little bit differently, where I'll get to the page and be like, I'll just design it on the fly. What could go wrong? And then it's like, I'm 6 hours into the page, like, yeah, this page is taking forever. But yeah, sometimes I still have to actually design or get details that I didn't actually sit down and pre-plan. So yeah, but it's still something manageable where I don't have to stop this process. Let me go turn on my light table. Let me go get out my inks. Let me clean my brush. Let me do it. But for some people, man, that process is a part of being an artist. To them, it's just as much a part of it as the actual artwork itself, which I don't hate on at all. It's like, do art the way you need to do art. But I was alive back in the day, man, when all this digital stuff started catching on, when Photoshop started catching on. I had traditional artists that was livid. They was like, you are not an artist if you use Photoshop. That's not real art. You're cheating. Everything in the book, same story. Right? People think like the AI argument is new. Really, AI is just a tool, just like Photoshop is a tool. In the hands of a creative person, you know, you can make some amazing stuff. Because AI still doesn't think for you. So, if you are, you know what, I'm gonna do this right now. You save that. If you know what you're doing, right? Give a digital tool to someone who just wants to, you know, be creative, solve a problem creatively. I don't like that dot right there. I'm gonna pull up my reference for real. Let's see the black in all of its glory. Make. All right, we're gonna have white. Let's put it here. I kind of don't want to put it there. So what I'm, you guys don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna put the rim light layer. Like that. So the white, this rim light is going to be very on the edge of her suit. On the edge. What time is it? Oh, my God. Already? Jeez Louise, y'all. When did I go live? Ridiculous. Hour and 46 minutes. It's not as bad as it sounds. Okay. Not as bad as it sounds, I guess. I feel like it. Almost 2 hours. We've been here for 2 hours. Let's get that shiny in there. We're gonna get that shiny in there. Get him. Y'all haven't asked me questions on IG. I think I scared everybody away on YouTube. I stick to coding and leave the art to the experts. I mean, you know, eventually, you don't have to say that anymore. You can technically say, don't draw, but I create art through this tool, right? That's what it's gonna sound like in the next 5 years. So you drew this? No, I did it with AI, or I use the AI tool. My artist is AI or something, but it'll be AI that you've trained or you've, that you actually pay for as a tool, just like any other thing. I use Photoshop. Photoshop is a tool, digital tool that has digital shortcuts for making my process, less cumbersome. Absolutely true. That whole statement is true. So you didn't draw it? No, I didn't use any paper or pencils. Oh, okay, so you use digital. You're a digital artist. That's where that comes from. But I don't believe in, what do they call them? Prompt engineer. Even though it is true, the people that actually really do get like in the weeds of AI, man, prompt engineering, I've studied enough to know it's tedious as hell, and I don't like how it looks. It looks like coding, but on a different level. Is this stuff like a nipple? I had to try to make that a nipple. Hold on, my bad. Wait a minute. Sometimes things accidentally get made to look like some things I wasn't trying to make that up. That's just a choice area for a highlight. I don't think it looks like a nipple, but let's go ahead and just let the gray live there. I feel like this is going to be up here. You don't want the white to actually distract you. Hour and 48. You guys have been very patient with me. Thank you so much for entertaining my brain and following along with this process. I would say I have another maybe, because I got a background, I got to make sure the cam is right. I'm gonna say I got another 2 hours on this piece itself. I'm not gonna put y'all through that. I'm gonna do that so y'all don't have to do that. Feel me? Excuse me. Alright, her skin is here. It's gonna be the light area. Like so. Like so. Boom. Like that. Like that. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, we're right here. Got it. Exactly. That's the tool. That's what to do with it. Right? But a lot of people are, sensitive about what's going on with AI, and I get it. You took our job. Really, while it may be true in most cases, what business stays the same forever. It's just the nature of business. If you were comfortable for 30 years, be happy you had a lock on anything for 30 years. But that's not how normal business works. It's gonna move. It's gonna progress. All right, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Get this right. Black. There you go. Got him. Hey. Cool. Wait. Hey. Yes. So then, I promise y'all I got a lot more. I'm not gonna make it all for this whole piece. A lot of stuff here. We got bounce lighting. We got all kind of stuff. We gotta go back in and take time. Hold up. This is my color. This is the color. What is this color? Let's see what I did there. Hold on. Watch this. So if we take this and take this, all of this actually, you ready? Should be this color. Aha. Alright, so that's why I was tripping. Oh, that's the wrong color. Alright, then take this. Spread that out. Bow. Bam. Pop. So then, all of this stuff is going to be done. We got like little areas over here. You dig? But yeah, man. It is what it is. Yeah, no. To the no. Yeah, to the no. Hold on. I'm sorry we can't listen to actual copywritten music. I don't know the rules anymore. But I'm sure you're not supposed to listen to copywritten music while streaming. We're just playing. But I don't want to pick up the audio. I'll be talking to y'all. It's good. And then we'll leave a lot of this to I'll finish a lot of this later on. Alright. That. You can actually look at that. What is it? targeting that on purpose? Yes. Because we got to get it right. We spend a lot of time making sure it was right. So, you know, we're going to keep the party of correctness. Not perfection, but correctness. You see the difference? Y'all heard me say earlier. It's not about perfection. It's about correct. Is it? So, got it. And then we'll put some white maybe on the top of his hair. And we got that right there. And forget about that dye. We're going to get back in there and get that dye. Let's do this. And then let's do this. Alright. Cool. And then a lot more stuff up here. Like I gotta get shadow. Shadow layers come in here, right? Shadow layers come in there. Things of that nature. See, and it just kind of all falls into place. And I've done this process so many times. You don't even notice it. It's like, oh, yeah, I gotta put that. This comes next. But again, I apologize to the OCD folks that watch this. Hey man, why you jumping around? Why you ain't finished the EM? Sorry, this is the way my brain works now. As I jump around, I finish what I see needs to be finished, and I just jump to the next thing. It's not on purpose. It's not to upset you. I promise. It's just what happens. I'll do that like that. It's too sharp. We can do like a little bit of a. Oh, I see what happened. Kind of want to get that right. A little bit of this, you know. Soften the muscle. You gotta be diesel. Soften the muscle a little bit. That way it doesn't come off. Sometimes I don't want the shadow to be. That are in Friday watching this. Maybe you're not even in. Maybe you're at some place and you're just watching me do this. Thank you. The people that keep popping in and out, like I don't see y'all popping in and out. I ain't got this side. This side is on what you want to choose. All right, life. I know the pressure is heavy. Do I stay and watch? Do I come back when he's done? Get it. You ain't gotta run. Don't run. Come, sit down. There. Tell me about your date. What lotto picks? You know? Yes, I want to know your lotto. No, I'm joking. That's the reason I fell off with art. Lack of patience. It is definitely a thing you need. Lord knows. It is not gonna come right when you want to be good. And that's where people do not believe me. I'm like, nah, I was terrible for years. Oh, you were blessed. Nuh-uh. I was terrible. But it didn't matter. I wanted to be better. I wanted to get good. And so I was like, well, you practice. And I'm not there yet. But give me a few years and I'm going to get there. Trust me. And I was determined. In my mind, I'm going to get good. I didn't understand how people were so good. As good as they were, I'm like, how? I didn't even know where to put the dead, you know. That's what it was. Correct. Exactly. Very good analogy. If you ever see somebody that's stacked with muscles and pack, 8-pack, whatever it is, you know, it didn't get all into their last thing. That's hard work. Dedication, years. of, getting to that point. But it's like, man, I wish I could just hurry up and see some results. Yeah, definitely. We all feel like that occasionally. But I try to really, really tell people, I'm like, dude, that is not how my journey went. I did not have any easy runs through this journey, man. Everything even coloring was not my forte. I still don't call myself a colorist in comics. People that are colorists enjoy this process. They actually enjoy doing this more than me drawing. So I'm like, nah, bro. I don't want to color anything for you. I'm not a colorist. Oh man, what are you talking about? I love your colors. I color out of necessity. I do not color because I like color. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm like, yeah, nah. How much to color am I? I don't want to anybody else. And it kind of, flabbergasts some folks. What? Yeah, no, I don't really offer colors. It's not my style. It's not my happy place. But I do it for myself because it saves me money. I get to express, what I feel it should look like. I get to change, I get to pick colors and expression that I want to see, or something that I haven't seen. What up, brother? Good to see. Yeah, that look good. I'm gonna put a little white over on her skin. And I think we can do it, y'all. We hit the 2-hour mark. So by all definition, you guys are MVPs. Anybody that stayed for the majority of this, thank you guys for the patience of getting me to this point. I think you see where we're going with it now. I was supposed to come on here, prove that I was gonna go live, right? And then do an hour, be out. I think I've done that. Proven that I can go live still. Right? Did not mean to go 2 hours. That was not the plan. I got caught up in the yams. What you want me to do? Well, now, yeah. See, now you say you gotta color it yourself. Now that people can recognize when I color something, I'm like, oh, that's Marcus' colors. And I'm like, really? No, you know that? Yeah, people can now identify my color. Which is cool. That don't mean I like it. It's just, I'm happy that it turned out. But I don't enjoy this process over just drawing. I'm definitely more of a sketch artist than anything else. A designer, a character designer through and through. That's where my happy place is. The sketch is finished to me. I'm done. But when it needs to be colored, and I don't want to spend money on paying nobody, I just get it done. I just do it myself. It's worked out. And I've definitely worked with some amazing colors, man. Actual people that are fantastic. They can match my style, things like that. I've worked with some amazing artists over the years. But it really just kind of, put me in a place where I was like, I gotta be able to do that. That's fantastic. Fantastic work, So, yeah. I'm gonna put some of these whites here. Like that. Yeah, that was never the intention to actually be like, I'm gonna be the best color. I never sung the Pokemon song for coloring. I want to be the very best. That was never my intention. I just wanted it to look professional. That's what actually got me started in Photoshop back in 99. I was like, man, how all I cared about was how do I color my comic
This morning,
the way Marvel
now
and
watch
DC
me step.
colors. That's all I cared about with Photoshop. I didn't want to learn
gonna get rid
Photoshop
of the
as
stress.
software.
I'm
I
feeling
was like,
lighter.
yo,
I'm finally
how do I
feeling
do
like I
this?
can breathe.
Just
The
this.
night
I
is
don't care about
gone.
nothing else you have
Tension,
now.
gon' blow in the
How do I
breeze.
make my
We're
color
rolling
pop?
downtown.
The way Marvel and
Moving
DC
to
colors.
the sound.
And that's what we started.
Downtown.
Be like that sometimes. Alright, so this is the black.
Weekends here,
Kind of
feel so right.
stay on the
I
rim.
think I'll break the skin
So
sometime.
all of my needs. Let's go for a skin.
Have a good time.
This.
Ain't nothing gonna stop me tonight. Ain't nothing gonna stop me tonight.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you,
Throw
man.
my clothes on.
Appreciate
Tell
it.
my crew what's up. Just wanna party. Ain't nobody looking for love. The music's popping.
this is
The speed has got me feeling alive. Head to the strip.
Or bounce
These
light.
wheels gon' light up the night.
See?
I'm
We got
living
rim
in a
light, we got
fantasy.
bounce light,
Come
then
on
we
and take a
got
ride with me. I'm trying to put your mind at ease. Let me know that you're feeling me.
Ambient light.
I'm living in a fantasy. Come on and take a ride
Ambient
with me.
light.
I'm trying to put your mind at ease. Come on and get down with me. Rolling down, moving to the sound. Rolling downtown. The weekend's here and it feels so right. I think I'll break the skins out tonight. I'm gonna go out and have a good time. Ain't nothing gonna stop me tonight. We're cruising by the city lights. Can't wait to break the skins out tonight. I'm gonna go out and have a good time.
Yeah, guess what? We ain't done. Come back out.
It feels so right. Gonna stop me tonight.
Soften. Got him. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Friday night. I'm sitting on Chrome. And I'm feeling alright. Take it easy. I eat cause I beat. That's the time it is when it comes to me. Where am I at? That's this. Technically, all of the white should be in front. Okay. Okay, I ain't tripping. What we gonna do? Watch this. Alright. We're gonna go like this. Paint this in. Like so. Trim that off. Trim that. Soften. Like that. And then, this is tough because I don't want to cover her chin. I mean her cheekbone. Yeah. Hold up. Sweet. What them suckers do be thinking we so we gonna rock it till the wheels fall out. See, I would be listening to Dog Pound right now, but I can't do that due to restrictions. And also, that's what okay. Got a couple of mistakes. Let's fix some of these mistakes. We got just all kinds of skin. This is skin right here. This is leg skin right here. Oh, my back. My neck and my back. Alright, let's pop that in. Okay. There she is. Yeah, we've been looking at this bag a little while. Thank you, Young. I appreciate it. Let's fix it. This is the action. Thank you. Now, something in my spirit says, Marcus, you got all this dang on space. Why on good green earth am I having her hair cut off? How about that? Right? And then, you know what I can't do? I can't lie to you and give you a bad answer. I don't have an answer for that. Let's fix it right now. Fix it right now. We're gonna bring everything down. So, boom. Put her in the middle of the bed. Let's make it. Boom. See, we can't do that. With traditional. You could do that with traditional. It would just take a lot. You'd have to add another piece of paper again. But I just moved the entire art down. No reason for her hair to be cut off. Hair right here. Hair right purple. Lord have mercy, should I take the black lipstick off? That's a tough decision. I do like these lips. Hey. No, it's different. It's okay. Storm has multiple suits. Yeah, that's a tough call. I won't make it right now. I'm not gonna make it right now. I'll look at it later. I'll look at it later. That's a tough call. That's a tough call. These are the hard decisions. Lord, I'm a fan of those lips. We got time. I'm supposed to let y'all ride. It's Friday night, y'all. I ain't mean to keep y'all in locked in like this, but I appreciate you. So we got what? We got a little bit of rim light. Bounce light on my nose, like that, just like that. Good. All right. I appreciate y'all staying through it all, through the yams and all. I was, as a, I gotta shrink. I gotta fix this. Hold on 1 second. Let's turn off the black. Name this black. Okay. We'll turn this off for a second. I need to turn off the gold. Where's the gold at? The gold is here. So what I'm seeing, here's what I'm seeing. You ready? This is me art directing myself. So this bracelet, very thick, widthwise, and it does follow mine. That is in the original sketch. However, when we look at this wrist, it is very curved, tapers right here. So what we gotta do is turn this. Which means we got it already. Can I save? No, I can't. I was about to say maybe I can still save it. Nah, I can't save it. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta just do work. Lux. You gotta change it. Make it better. Make it more better. Alright. That's on the rim layer, right? Yeah. That's on the rim layer. We're not worried about it. All right. And we're going to get that. And we're going to come in here. We're going to cut these up like so. Right. So we can get these in. Oh my gosh. just like that, man. Now, what I have to do with these lives, let me explain to y'all what's gonna happen. With these lives, especially come August, because I did do a little bit of this last year during my birthday month. My birthday's in August. What I did last year is I kind of went live and I created a new storm. I think throughout the week, I'm cool with doing that. That feels better. All right, we're gonna go back in. We're gonna adjust. First, I'm gonna select all the here. See, right? Then, guess what? We're gonna come here. I don't need to do that. That's weird. Wait. What? I'm sorry. I didn't finish my sentence. What I said was, yeah, but that isn't a good idea. What I'm doing? So what I'm gonna do? Listen, what I'm gonna do? August, I'm gonna go live as often as I can. Right? Let's do it this month. Things didn't turn out that way. I'm not mad at myself. Right? Go ahead and kill it. What? What am I gonna do with these lives? I have a lot of them. I'm recording this one. That's something I wasn't doing last time I did this. I'm recording these. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Let's fix this line right here. Going into her wrist. Because that don't look like it's right. Let's put it like right about there. Clean up that skin. Boom. I'll record these. Well, I'm recording them, but I'm also going to chop them up. Because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to chop them up. Make reels and all that good stuff out of them. You will then get to see bite-sized pieces of these. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to go that. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? And I'll circulate these things so you guys can see them. People that missed the whole 2 hours, you know what I mean? I'm gonna turn this into actual content, which will then be circling around. Hello, there. Welcome. That way, people won't, feel left out, man. I know my randomness to go live is very sporadic. I understand that. I'm sorry. Not sorry. You know how it is. But yeah, I want to be able to actually get some content out. And I got to start practicing that a lot more. It comes down to it, But, the world's attention span doesn't, really allow for 2 hours sit down sessions for us. I'll chop down. If you guys see anything specifically like, hey man, I have to do that, I got questions, then I want to be able to answer those during the live. If it's something specific. Yeah. Got that. I'm gonna add a background color. Like the lightning and stuff, that is gonna be another one. I love the lightning that I have here. Sometimes though, it may not, it's hard to do this exactly, like get those exact shapes. If I was crazy, I could trace these lightning shapes, just these ones down here. I can do all the other stuff verbatim. I can kind of freestyle those. Don't worry about that. Let's go with a deep purple for now in the background. What is it? It's okay to read purple. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Don't panic. Nobody panic. I'm mostly just here to be part of the thing that got. That's what's up. Thank you, and I appreciate that. All right, we're coming here. We're gonna drop some white for her eyeball, and I think some white for her teeth. And I'm gonna let y'all free, man. Y'all did the job. Hour and 20 minutes so far. I think we did a good job, y'all. I think she's gonna turn out fantastic. I'm happy to finally see her full body with the aim. Okay. I'm gonna go over it. there for the X-Men. X-Men. Yeah, I got a little red on the thing over there. Put that little X symbol, that little X-Men symbol right there. Put that on close. Booyah. Alright. You feel me? Alright, so I am going to have her hands full of lightning and all that good stuff. We're gonna finish the hair. Good lord, that's a lot of hair. Ain't worry about it though. I'll do some shortcuts. And then I gotta decide, do I want to see her lips without the black lips? Something in my spirit. But I like the black lipstick too. It's just, So, what you want to do is come outside that. You guys will just see this finished state probably for late. Alright? But I will now wrap it on up. We're going to save it. I have been through a lot. Not really. You know what I mean. We've been through a lot of change. Did some stuff, learned some stuff, cried. But there's more to come. Just know. This was long. I've literally been wanting to go live since last week. That's where I just kind of forced it tonight. It was not scheduled. I wasn't going to do it. Oh man, let's go live. I just said if I keep saying that, it's never going to happen. I wanted to get it out. Thank you guys for at least being a part of this. I was not supposed to go this long. Let's just be an hour. What? It looks good, man. I feel like we're going to get this out. Have a lot. Ooh, you know, it'll be dope. Sometimes it helps to see it in a different orientation. But what'll be dope is if there's like a swirl, like a cloud swirl that she's flying through. And that'll still translate here. Let me leave a note for myself. Here. Hold on. Hold on. So I can get a note. So I can leave like a creative note. I'm not gonna draw it right now. This is telling me my art brain. She's making like a hurricane of sorts, you know? And then we'll get all this other stuff out here. It'll be like clouds and craziness and oh my gosh. You know? Stuff like that. All right, brother. Be good, man. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out, man. All right, there's that. All of that will be happening in the background. I'll pimp it out. We're gonna make it look good and stuff. Alright. Just like that. Alright. And that, my friends, is a piece of art. That's gonna be done soon. In the next 24 hours. Just like that. You will see the results posted on any of my social media joints, such as, but not limited to, Instagram, TikTok. I'm gonna call it TikTok. Somebody tell me if it's true that TikTok's gonna be shut down as it is, the Chinese version. Is that true? I heard that. Right. I don't know if it's true. I'm not gonna draw. Right. I ain't gonna draw it right now. Listen, I ain't gonna draw it all right now. You know, I'm just notes. Make sense of it when I come back to the page. it's like following her foot or something, you know? Like she's like that. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta make the note make sense. There you go. All right, that feels good. That's what I needed. I needed a coat. What about the light switch on her hands? Yeah, it's gonna actually be really bright white on her hands. Really bright white. So much so, right? I may need another layer to do that. It's gonna be like, this is all light. And I'm gonna color the line too. So we'll come in here for the lines. Y'all got me doing extra. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You ask questions. Ooh, what about that? You know what I mean? And I'm happy to oblige. Yeah. This is all gonna be like that. Boom. See, that's a good note. Just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get these lightning. Really like some of the character in this movie. I'm crazy enough to trace it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just gotta get that shit. I could draw it and just try to, get as close as I could to it. But I really like some of that lighting. Just remain the exact same. So I'll pivot out. I'll figure it out. But she's almost there. Ain't no tripping. Alright. You guys saw what happened. You know what? As a farewell gift, let me go ahead and put a little bloom. Lightning. Y'all are just so cool, man. I appreciate y'all sticking it out with me. A little bloom here and there. Alright. If you know, you know. What this means. We gotta add that little glow shine on it. That little glow shine on the skin. Everybody know what that is? Been called many names. But it's just, some people call it cocoa butter lotion. I'm not gonna stop you from saying what you say. We're gonna come to the yams. We knew this day was coming. Come on now, follow me. We're gonna go straight to the yams and lighten that up. Get that yam lighting. Okay? Don't be afraid. Bow. Shined it up for you. Alright? You knew I was gonna do it. Alright? Nobody's surprised by that. And there, my friends, we have the starting and or midway point. 2 hours and 30 minutes into it. Alright. I'm gonna post this on what do you call this place? IG. I think it's gonna be saved to my YouTube channel, Marcus the Visual. If y'all don't follow me on there, go on and follow me on there. The music is still loud? What? How? Oh, you know what? It's on the software. Dang, bruh. No, it's not the software. It's on here. I'll figure that out. I don't know how to actually fix that because I can't hear what you're saying. Music is loud as fuck. Well, at least y'all got the jam on YouTube. All right. I did the music for y'all, but I didn't mean for it to be that loud. My bad. Okay, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me and following the process of art. Let's see what Superman is saying. I want to start drawing him. But lately I've been feeling very tired of work and the kids. Part of this week and everything, I'm going to start drawing. Listen, if you got to bring a sketch, keep a sketchbook in the bathroom. I'm not joking. When you go and relieve and sit on your throne, I'm not joking. You only need 10 to 15 minutes of sketch practice every now and again. All right. Keep a small sketchbook in the throne room of your home. And just when you get in there, it may make you stay in there a little bit longer. I understand that. But I'm serious, man. Every little bit of practice counts when you are just trying to get it in, If you're trying to improve, keep a sketchbook in arm's reach. Keep a sketchbook in the, I was going to say the car. If you ride the train or the bus or something, as long as you're not driving, please don't sketch and drive. Even if you're stuck in traffic, don't do it. But yeah, anywhere where you get to actually chill, keep it close to you. Keep it close. And just keep sketching daily. But it only takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes sketch practice a day to improve. And you can't just do from your imagination. Draw from reference when you are trying to improve skill. Draw from reference, always. Draw from reference, not from your imagination. Because if you're trying to improve your skill, your brain doesn't know how to do the thing yet. So you have to draw from something every day in order to improve your skill and your knowledge base, what it looks like. After that, you can apply your imagination to your drawing. You're like, well, now that I know the pose of this character, right, I can now make this character a warrior from a fantasy setting. But if you're trying to improve skill, look at something from reference and then draw. Just sketch, and because now you're putting in new imagery in your brain, right? And that's going to keep you improving far quicker than if you were just trying to do the same thing that you know every day. I like Dragon Ball Z, but I don't understand, anatomy. Right? Drawing something from your imagination is not going to teach you anything new. It's just going to solidify what you know. So, that's last. I wasn't supposed to teach. I ain't coming to preach to y'all. I ain't coming to preach. Come in to do that. But that's where we're going to leave it. This is just some lighting that I'm putting in. It may change later. But there she go, y'all. That is her. And I will, you can see this whole video on IG and YouTube. If you guys, and just for YouTube, people just know that the music's going to be way louder. You may not hear any of this stuff, okay? I'm saving it, and we logging off. Deuces. Thank you guys for joining me, and I appreciate the support and helping me to catch them yams, the side yams. That was important. So thank you guys. Thank you. I may change some things. I may actually adjust some things. But we done tonight. So peace out, y'all. And until tomorrow, possibly, I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna post something to say I'm going live. I'm gonna get better. All right. Thank you guys. Peace. All right, let's get it.